Hi, my name is Nick McKeown. I'm a professor of computer science and electrical engineering here at Stanford University, and I'm the lead PI of the Pronto program. So, what's Pronto all about? In a nutshell, it's about how we might make the internet and 5G networks more secure and more reliable than they ever have been before. Pronto is possible now because several planets have recently aligned. First, because of the rise of software-defined networking over the past 10 years, the largest networks in the world are programmable top-down, from how they're specified all the way to how packets are processed. Those who own and operate the biggest networks, and I mean companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Alibaba, Tencent, and Baidu, have for the first time taken control of the software that determines how their networks work. They're steadily improving their networks to make them more secure, more reliable, and more cost-effective. And they're working hard to make their networks better than their competitors. They're simply innovating faster than they've ever been able to before. The big mobile operators and internet service providers want to follow suit, including companies like AT&T, Verizon, Deutsche Telekom, British Telecom, China Mobile, and Telefonica. Second, an increasing number of networks are based on open source software. Just as Linux has transformed the world of compute, open source is now routinely used to control networks. Traditional networking software was closed and secretive. We didn't know who wrote it, what it did, whether they had malicious intent. You can't hide bad code in open source. And so, given how important the internet and 5G is to every country's national security, we should no longer rely on opaque software. The third planet that's aligning is the hardware that forwards packets. For the first time, it's now programmable. Network owners can quickly program their networks to observe what they're doing at a much finer granularity than they ever could before. For the first time, we can build networks that are verifiably correct and use closed-loop control. And finally, DARPA has backed us with a $30 million contract to turn this vision into a reality. So our Pronto colleagues at ONF are building an Ether pilot network here at Stanford, as well as at Princeton and Cornell universities. This will be the world's first open source network that is programmed top-down and end-to-end. The university researchers will then create and add to this pilot network. They'll add the ability to measure what the network is doing and then feed it back to correct bugs and vulnerabilities in real time. So the goal of Pronto is to show that this can be done, to encourage ISPs, mobile operators, and government agencies to consider deploying Ether networks of their own. Our hope is that future networks will be programmed by many and operated by a lot fewer people than today.